Hello, friends. We are in a town called Frank, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the story, but over 100 years ago, in 1903, this mountain showed its power and moved all this rock right here upon the town of Frank, part of the town, and during the night hour, about 100 people lost their lives. You can still see the town of today right there. That's the mountain. And here is the story. I come here every few years as a reminder what can happen. People have all kinds of plans, and you think that you're invisible, untouchable to the enemy and by the enemy, and then just one day things can change. And in this scenario, in 90 seconds, about 100 people lost their lives. Many of them could not even wake up properly, and it was all over. On April 29th, 1903, it says here 82 million tons of rock fell from Turtle Mountain and buried part of the town of Frank. They say about 100 people lost their lives. The exact number they do not know, because those people are still buried under those rocks. So anyway, it's a good reminder, and I think we should reflect from time to time. The life is here today, but it can be gone tomorrow. You never know if you will wake up in the morning. Those people had plans, and I'm sure they were thinking what they're going to do the next day, and the next day never came. And that's their graveyard, buried right here under the tons of rock. I mean, it's a total tragedy, but I like to come and visit places like this because for me at least, it's a good reminder that on this side of eternity, you cannot hold on to life forever, that there will come a time when you will have to let it go. Either you like it or not, and then you will be no more here, but eternity is forever and ever. We have been destined to live forever. We have eternity written in our hearts. Everyone knows that deep inside they can suppress the truth, but deep inside they know they were destined to live forever. And the question is, where are you going to spend eternity? And perhaps those people thought, I have another day, I have another Sunday, another Saturday, another church to make my decision, and I still have time, I'm young, and I'm going to live another 50, 60, 70 years. And that time never came. Within seconds, literally 90 seconds, everything was gone. Their possessions were no more, their loved ones were no more, they themselves were no more, buried under the rocks. Look at this, look at the devastation. There's so many people that have lots of plans for the future, and they are living like there's no heaven or hell, that there's no God, and one day they're going to find out that they were mistaken. And this is a tragedy, but there is no bigger tragedy than saying no to God, saying no to Jesus. With rocks, all kinds of stuff went with it across the river, all the way from the top, and kept going, kept going, kept going, and it took everything on its path. So say yes to Jesus when you can, because no one guarantees you tomorrow. Today is the day of salvation, the Bible says. Today, not tomorrow, not a week from now. Today is the day of salvation. Say yes to Jesus and live forever. And if something like this happens to you, not a big deal. You know where you're going, and you're going to spend eternity with the living God that died for you on the cross. So make that decision when you can, because those people, who knows? Only God knows where they are spending eternity. So be blessed, stay strong, say yes to God when you can, and live in such a way that if something like this will happen to you tomorrow, this night, you would know where you're going. So be blessed.
Can I take a look here?